Notice any thoughts that you're having. Notice anything that you feel like is kind of weighing on you today. As you check in with yourself, think about something that you'd like to take away from the practice today, something that you're hoping to get out of it. Maybe it's a sense of relaxation. Maybe it's moving your body. Maybe it's just taking time to check in with yourself. Start to shift your attention to your breathing. Notice the quality of your breath. Notice where you mostly feel your breath. Notice about how long you're taking to breathe in and how long you're taking to breathe out. And then when you feel ready, try to gently just lengthen the out breath. So if you find yourself inhaling for 3 counts, maybe you exhale for 4 counts. Really paying attention to the out breath. Using that out breath to let go of anything that feels heavy today. Maybe it's some pain or some discomfort in your body. Maybe it's something that you're worrying about. So whatever that is, just doing your best to let those things go with that long exhale. And then if you feel comfortable, maybe lengthen the out breath a little bit more. Just continuing to breathe in this way. A couple more times, and then eventually coming back to an equal count for inhale and exhale. So you choose whether it's 2, 3, or 4 counts in, and then the same number of counts out. And then when you feel ready, go ahead and sit up a little bit straighter in your chair. Maybe slide your hips back so you can use the backrest for support. And then place both of your feet directly on the floor. You can shift your weight around a little bit so you kind of notice where you're distributing your weight. And just let the backrest support your back and let your feet connect to the floor. Take a nice deep breath in, pull your head straight back so it's sitting right on top of the rest of your spine. Good, and then use your inhale to lift your chin up towards the ceiling. As you exhale, drop your chin through the center and then let it come all the way down to your chest. Inhale, look straight ahead, bring your head and neck right over top of your spine, and keep inhaling to lift the chin up. Exhale, come back to neutral, chin to the chest. Let your head be heavy. Inhale, look straight ahead, and then all the way up if that's available to you. Exhale, come back to neutral, chin to your chest. Inhale, look straight ahead, chin all the way up, lift your chin towards the sky. Exhale, come back to neutral last time, chin to your chest, pause here. And then just kind of start to slowly move your head side to side as you kind of have your chin down towards your chest a little bit more. So just starting to bring some sideways motion into your neck. And then eventually bring your left ear over to your left shoulder, and then let your right arm just kind of reach out, dangling towards the floor. So your right arm's going to kind of reach for the floor, your left ear drops to your left shoulder, your nose is kind of pointing straight ahead, and go ahead and give some circles to that right wrist. So you're going to circle your right wrist out, one direction, and then the other direction. And relax both hands on your lap. Slowly bring your chin to your chest, and then bring your right ear over to your right shoulder. Good. This time I want you to let your left arm kind of hang down towards the floor and just make some circular motions with the wrist. One direction, and then the other direction. So you're just kind of loosening up that left wrist as you stretch out your neck. Okay? Beautiful. Good. Slowly come back up to center, taking your time, sitting nice and tall again, pulling your head straight back. So top of your head lifts up. You're kind of drawing your head back. So your head and neck is nice and in line with your spine. Turn and look over to the right wall. As far as you feel comfortable, move back to center, look straight ahead, and then turn and look as far as you can to your left. Come back to center. Good. Look as far as you can to the right. Come back to center. Look as far as you can to the left. Come back to center. Good. And relax. Go ahead and scoot your body a little bit more forward in your chair. So you're going to sit towards the edge of your chair. Both feet are on the floor. On an inhale, I want you to let your palms be up towards the ceiling. I want you to think about opening up through your collarbones and your chest area here. Lift your chin up, sit up as straight as you can, seated cow. As you exhale, you're gonna let your back round, pull your belly in, seated cat. Inhale, sit up nice and tall, lift your chin, seated cow. Exhale, tuck and round, seated cat. Inhale, sit tall, look up, seated cow. Exhale, tuck and round, seated cat. Inhale, sit tall, seated cow. Good. Exhale, tuck and round, seated cat. Looks really good, you guys. We're going to do a few more. Inhale, just kind of warming up the spine, moving your body as much as you feel comfortable. Exhale, tuck and round, seated cat. Good. Inhale, come up to a neutral spine. As you exhale, I want you to go ahead and take your right arm and reach it back behind you. Turn and look at it. Nice and easy. And just let that remaining hand go wherever you want it to on your legs. So sitting up nice and tall, extending that hand back like you're reaching behind you, and then trying to look at it with your eyes. Okay? So whenever we're rotating our spine, we always want to take our eyes with us. So still thinking about sitting up straight. Okay, so think about lifting the top of your head up towards the ceiling and then turning and looking back like you're going to look at the wall behind you. Okay? Exhale, come back to center. Good. Sit up nice and tall. Breathe in. This time as you exhale, you're going to extend your left arm out. Turn and look back at that left wall, or look all the way back behind you if you can. So the key to letting your spine rotate is going to be to sit tall. Top of the head lifts up, and then when you exhale, think about rotating right where your belly button is. So you're really thinking about kind of leading with your chest, rotating as far as you feel comfortable. Good. Slowly come back to center. Deep breath in. Bring those arms out to a low T shape. Good. Exhale, turn to the right. So your palms are going to face the right wall, and you're going to look at the right wall. So that means that your left hand is going to come straight out towards me. Because you want both your hands going to the side. Both your hands are going to the right. You're looking to the right. Beautiful. Deep breath in. Come back to center. Arms are nice and wide. Good. This time we're going to turn to the left. So we're going to try to get our chest to face the left wall. Our palms are to the left wall, and we're looking to the left wall. Sit up straight, though. Nice and tall. Nice and tall. Nice and tall. Good. Exhale. Come back to center. One more time. Okay? Deep breath in. Sit tall. You can keep those arms low, especially if you have shoulder pain. Exhale. Turn to the right. So palms are facing the right wall. So it's like you're going to give the right wall a high five. So you got to have your palms up. Good. Deep breath in. Come back to center. Exhale. Turn to the left. Sit up straight. Good. Deep breath in. Come back to center. Exhale. Release your arms down. Shoulder rolls up and back. So you're holding your arms up for a long time. So just kind of letting go of any tension that you feel in the shoulders. The top of the neck. Good. Shoulder rolls up and forward if you can. So shrugging them up, letting them come down. Just kind of letting go of any tension that we feel kind of right through the neck and the tops of the shoulders. Good. Then sit up straight, roll them up and back. Chest is up, posture is nice and big, spine is long. Good. And then take one more time, lift them up, roll them back, and then I want you to hold them back there. Pull that head and neck straight back. So long spine, like you're kind of giving yourself a double chin. Big, long spine position. Good. Go ahead and take your feet out nice and wide. So you're going to turn your knees slightly out to the side. Your toes are going to be slightly out. Deep breath in. You're going to open up your chest and shoulders. Lift your chin up. And then as you exhale, you're going to reach for the floor or put your arms on your thighs. Let your back round. We're just going to hold here. As you let your back round, I want you to breathe in and out. Nice and long and slow through your belly. Good. Walk your hands up your legs or just come up slowly. Deep breath in. So kind of working on the importance of making slow transitions, right? Especially when we're kind of bending forward. Arms are out to the side. Lift your chin up. And then if you want, exhale, round your back, forearms to the thighs, or reach for the floors, whatever you feel comfortable with. So if you feel pretty flexible through your low back and you want to work on reaching for the floor and it doesn't cause you pain or discomfort, that's fine. If you don't really have that range of motion in your back, then I would just say forearms to the thighs are fine. Good. Nice deep breath in. Come all the way back up. Pull your shoulder blades together. Lift your chin up. Lift your chin up. Breathe in. Exhale. Reach for the floor. Round your back. And as you're kind of rounding your back, maybe just kind of gently move your trunk from side to side. So you're kind of feeling that stretch through your low back and through the sides of your trunk. So if you're here, you maybe just kind of shift your weight around a little bit just to kind of feel your body a little bit differently. Good. Go ahead and take both your arms over to your left leg. So I want you to just let your forearms relax on your left thigh. So you're kind of still bent forward. So I want you to have your arms, your forearms on your thighs and your back rounded. Good. You should feel that stretching out through the right side of your back. Couple of nice deep breaths in and out. Let your head be heavy. Breathing in to find some length through your trunk. When you come out of that, I want you to move slowly. Bring your forearms back to either thigh. Just kind of let your back round, gently pull your belly in. And then you're going to bring both your forearms over to your right thigh this time. So you're bending forward, but you're kind of adding a little bit of a side stretch too to your back. Try to let your head hang. Take a couple of nice, slow, deep breaths in and out. Good. Come back to center one more time. Round your back, reach for the floor or forearms to the thighs. And then I want you to breathe in, walk your hands up your legs, take your time, come up nice and slow. Pause halfway if you need to. So just being mindful of transitions, right? So especially if we have a tendency to get lightheaded, we're just gonna make ourselves move slowly. I'm gonna turn to the side so you can see me a little bit better. Scoot way towards the edge of your chair. If you can get your hands right underneath your shoulders, that's where I want them to be. If you can move your hands so that they're kind of fingertips are facing away from your body, okay, behind you, I want you to do that. You're gonna pull your shoulder blades together, puff your chest out, and lift your chin up. And you're gonna hold and breathe. So what you should feel is those muscles working between the shoulder blades. You're thinking about pulling your shoulder blades together towards your spine in the back, and then lift your chin up. Lift your chin up towards the ceiling. So you're getting a stretch through your chest and shoulders. Chin is up, chin is lifted. Good. Kind of opening up. We call that a heart opener. So you're opening across your chest and shoulders, breathing into that front body. Very good. Couple of nice deep breaths here. Good. As you exhale, slowly release. Good. Come to seated mountain pose. So palms are forward. You're right towards the edge of your chair. So this is our active seated posture, similar to when we do it in standing. This time I want you, if your feet are still out, I want you to step them in. So your feet are about hips distance apart. Okay? I want both feet on the floor. And then I want you to do some heel-toe rocking for me. So you're going to lift your heels up and then lift your toes up in that position, okay? So you're in mountain pose, nice and long for your spine. Your head and neck is straight back. And you're going to lift your heels up. And then you're going to put them down. And then you're going to try to lift your toes up. Set them down, heels up. Set them down, toes up. So if that feels hard to you, you can move your feet a little bit further forward. Heels up, especially for the toe up position. Toes up. As far as you can, as far as you feel comfortable. Even trying is helpful. Heels up, getting some blood flow to those ankles. Toes up. Good. Come back to that mountain pose. I want both feet flat on the floor. Press into your feet. So press your feet into the ground. Bring your palms forward so your chest is open. Sit up straight. Sit up as tall as you can. Nice and tall. Nice big posture. Eyes looking straight ahead. Deep breath in. Raise those arms all the way up for the sky. Big exhale, forward bend. So reaching for the floor or letting your back round. Breathe in, lift up halfway. Flat back. So this is your perching forward one, remember? Halfway lift. Good. Exhale, forward bend. Let your back round. Press into your feet. Come all the way up with your arms. Nice deep breath in. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good. Sit up nice and tall. Look straight ahead. Deep breath in. Raise your arms all the way up. Look up. Big giant exhale, forward fold. Let your back round. Inhale, lift up halfway to a flat back. Okay? So your back is flat. I like to set my hands right on my thighs. Good. Exhale, round your back, forward fold. Inhale, press into your feet. Come all the way up. Raise your arms up over your head. Exhale, hands to heart center. This is a half sun salutation. Inhale, sweep up, look up. Big exhale, forward fold. Let your back round. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Press into your feet. Come all the way up. Look up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Again, trying to keep the movement with your breathing if you can. Deep breath in, raise those arms all the way up. Look up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, press into your feet. Bring your arms all the way up. Look up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good. Let your arms relax down. I want you, depending on your chair that you have, I want you to scoot all the way over towards the right side of your chair. So what I'd like to see is, can you drop your right knee so it kind of comes in line with your hip? Can you do that? So you're going to kind of so from the side it's going to look like this. So you're sitting like this, you scoot your butt over. Can you kind of bring that knee underneath your hip? Is that feasible at all? So why do we want to do that? Well, when we do a lot of sitting, we get tight through what we call our hip flexors, okay? Those are those muscles right here. So all I want you to do, you're seated, you're going to scoot over to the right side of the chair, and you're going to see if you can just drop your knee down so it kind of comes in line with your hip. Can you bring that knee down or back behind you? I know it's sometimes going to be kind of hard. So if it doesn't work to do it staying where you are, you can turn to the side. Okay? So you want to try to get your knee in line with your hip. You try to get your knee in line with your hip. Easier said than done, right? Got it? So you gotta be a little bit over to one side, because if I'm like this and I try to do it, it's not really gonna happen. So I gotta get over to my one side and drop my knee down. And if that doesn't work, I'm gonna turn to the side and then I'm gonna drop my knee down. But this is the position I want you to try to get your leg in. Okay? All right, you got it. Then try to sit up nice and tall. Reach one or both of your arms up and try to think about pressing the front of your hip forward. So when you're doing this, I don't want you to feel like, oh, I'm pushing too far, I'm doing too much, I can't move my leg like this. You just do what you can do, okay? Lifting your eyes up towards the ceiling. Good. Big exhale, release your arms down. Take that right leg. Deep breath in, you're going to pull it all the way across your body, cross your leg. Okay, so you're going to cross your right leg over your left leg. You're going to grab a hold of that knee and you're going to pull it across towards your left shoulder. Can you pull it towards your left shoulder? So you're pulling it at a diagonal. Ready? So here's my leg and I'm going to pull it this way. 1, 2, 3, pull it across. And you can kind of lean back into your chair till you feel a stretch through that outer hip and buttock muscle. Good. Can you point and flex your foot a little bit on that right leg, or maybe move your ankle? You move your ankle on your right leg? Yeah, there you go. Good. Keep breathing. Good. You're going to take that right leg. Deep breath in. Sit up nice and tall. You're going to send it straight out in front of you. Straight out. You send it straight out towards me. Put your foot on the floor. Okay, so it's straight out in front of you. Right towards the edge of your chair. Take a deep breath in. I want you to take your right hand, kind of set it on your right thigh. Okay? Exhale, reach for your ankle. Inhale, sit up tall. Exhale, reach for your ankle. So you're stretching out the back of the thigh. Inhale, sit up straight. So your right leg is on the floor. Put your right leg straight out on the floor. Exhale, reach for your ankle. We're going to hold it here. So this is like a hamstring stretch. So take a look up here. If you're not sure what we're doing, you got your right legs on the floor. Okay? Your right leg is straight out in front. You're sitting on the edge of your chair and you're reaching down for your ankle. So you should feel a stretch through the back of your thigh. Good. Point and flex that foot if you can. Point and flex it. Good. Slowly come up. Sit up nice and tall. Now I want you to slide towards the second side of your chair. So this is going to be towards the left side. So now we're going over here. We're going to try to let that left leg go back behind us. Hip flexors stretch. Okay? If we have a big armrest in the way or we don't have enough space for our hip or our leg to go back, I want you to turn to the side. And then let your knee go in line with your hip. Okay? Once you're in that position, one or both of your arms are going to reach up. We're not forcing anything, but we should feel a stretch through the front part of the hip and the tummy muscles. Try to keep breathing, so inhaling and exhaling. Good. As you exhale, release. Bring that leg that was back behind you. You're going to draw it all the way across. Cross your leg. And then try pulling that knee towards the opposite shoulder. So we're not doing a figure four stretch. We're doing a knee to the opposite shoulder. So you might kind of lean back in your chair. You're looking to feel a stretch through that outer hip and buttock muscle. Okay, knee to opposite shoulder. So not the same shoulder, but you're trying to go across your body to the other side. Couple of nice deep breaths in. Beautiful. And then as you exhale, you're going to take that leg and you're going to send it all the way out in front of you. So it's on the floor. Okay? So you got your left leg out in front of you. You're sitting right towards the edge of your chair. Sit up nice and straight. Your knees straight. You're breathing. As you exhale, you're going to reach down for that ankle until you feel a stretch in the back of the thigh. Take a deep breath in. Come all the way back up. Nice long spine position. Big exhale. Reach for the ankle. Again, nice deep breath in. Come all the way up. Long spine. Good. Exhale. Reach for the ankle. This time we're going to pause and hold it here. Pause and hold. You might point and flex your foot a little bit. So you should start to feel some stretching in the back of the thigh. So those hamstring muscles are another set of muscles that get tight from sitting. Or can get tight. Good. Pause and breathe. Couple of nice deep breaths all the way up. Good. Slowly come up. Go ahead and step that leg all the way in. sit up nice and tall, take a nice deep breath in, raise those arms all the way up towards the sky. Big exhale, hands to heart center. Good, remember eyes straight ahead. Good, another nice deep breath in, raise those arms all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. If you'd like today, go ahead and come up to standing. We can put the chair in front or to the side of us, whatever works for you. If you're not feeling like standing today, that's okay. You can stay seated in your chair, but if you are able to, I'd like you to at least try. We'll just do a few poses in standing today, so it's not going to be super long. As you come up to standing, if you're on your feet or you're in the chair, I want you to do the same thing that we did before, where you're going to rock from heels to toes. So if you're standing, you're going to rock heels to toes, and you're going to check in with yourself for balance. You're going to check in with yourself for how your weight is distributed. Okay, so heel toe rocking. Shift your weight to the toes, shift your weight back to your heels. Get a sense of how your weight is distributed. You can do that in sitting too. Once you've done it a few times, I want you to evenly distribute your weight from right to left and come into standing mountain pose. Top of your head lifts up, shoulders are over your hips, belly is in. I'd like your feet to try to be about hips distance apart, so no more than 6 inches if you can stand and feel comfortable with that. On an inhale, I want you to reach your right arm up by your right ear. As you exhale, take a side stretch to the left. Inhale, come straight back up to center. Exhale, side stretch to the left. Hold your chair or put your hand on your leg. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, arm comes down. Good. If you're using your chair for balance, you can switch sides or turn your body around. Inhale the left arm up by your ear. Exhale, slight side stretch to the right. Keeping both feet on the floor. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, side stretch to the right. So you're feeling that length through the side of your trunk. Deep breath in, come back to center. Exhale, release your arms down. Good. Chair can be in front or to the side of you. We're going to take a wider base of support. So I want you to take your feet out shoulder width apart. Your toes are going to be slightly turned out and your heels are going to be in. Okay, so toes are slightly turned out, heels are in. So I want your feet out at about a 45-degree angle. Can you see that? All right. Stand up as tall as you can. So chest is up, top of your head lifts towards the ceiling. You're pulling your belly button in. Good. As you inhale, I want you to point your tailbone to the floor and bend your knees. Tummy is in. Can you bring your tummy in? Good. Bring your arm up to a goalpost arm, just like this. Good. Hold there. If you feel comfortable, you can go both arms. Pause and breathe. Tailbone points to the floor. Belly is in. Good. One more inhale. Exhale. Stand up nice and tall. Straighten those knees. Good. Breathe in. Top of your head lifts up. Long spine. Belly in. Exhale. Bend your knees. So your knees and feet are turned out to the side. You only need to go as far as you feel comfortable. Try to look straight ahead, my friends. Try to look straight ahead. Lift your head up. Good. Inhale, straighten up. Feel some activation in your legs. Exhale, squat it down. Last time. One or both arms can come up if you'd like. Good. Inhale, come all the way up. This time, reach both arms all the way up for the sky. Big exhale, release your arms down. Good. Toe heel your feet back in. And now I want you to turn and face your chair back, resting both hands there. Okay, so you could use a counter too. Walk your feet like a foot or two away from your chair back. Okay? So we are going to do a little bit of rotation. I want you to think about pushing your hands down into the chair back or into the counter. So we are going to start with our right arm. So watch here first. So we're going to inhale the right arm up like we're turning our chest to the right wall, like we're opening up a book. And then we're going to exhale and come back to the chair back. Look down at the chair back. Okay, we're going to do that a few times on each side. So as you breathe in, you're going to lift that right arm up, turn your chest. So you're letting your trunk rotate towards the right wall. So the goal is to turn your chest to the right. Good. Exhale, release back down. Again, inhale, lift your right arm up, turn your chest to the right. Good. Exhale, release back. One more time. Inhale, right arm lifts up, turning your chest to the right wall, big rotation stretch. Exhale, release back down. Good. Hold here. Lower your hips so they're just in line with your shoulders so you feel your tummy muscles working a little bit. So I'm about 2 feet back from my chair. And so I want you to imagine if you were in kind of like a push-up position with however you are. And you can do this from sitting too. Just anchor your hands at a countertop or a wall. Okay? Now we're going to work on turning the other way. So I'm just going to turn myself so you can see me a little bit better. Deep breath in. This time you're going to lift your left arm up, turn your chest to the left wall. So kind of the goal is to rotate your chest to the left wall as far as you feel comfortable. Big exhale, release back to center, look down at that chair back. Good, do it again. Inhale, lift your left arm up, turn and open your chest to the left, spine rotation. Exhale, hands to the chair back. Good, again, inhale. Open the left arm, chest to the left wall. Exhale, back to center. Last time, deep breath in, left arm up, turn your chest to the left wall. Exhale, lower back. So pressing firmly down through your chair back. Take a little baby step back or two. Okay, so instead of having your hips kind of pressed out, I want you to bring your hips in line with your shoulders. So you're imagining your entire body in a line. So from your head, your shoulders, your hips and feet. So instead of having your butt out, I want you to pull it in under your shoulders. So you're nice and tight, pull your belly in and hold it. Good. Think about activating your core, pulling in that midsection and breathing. Good. Take your feet out about hips distance apart. And then now if you'd like, I want you to drop your hips back away from your hands. So you can bend your knees, let your chest kind of fall down towards your thighs and kind of feel a stretch out through the low back. Good job, you guys. Good. And when you're in this position now, take a couple of nice deep breaths. So if you're okay holding it, take a couple of nice deep breaths and just kind of check in with yourself again. See if there's any areas where you're really feeling like you're holding tension still. And then as you feel comfortable, you're going to come out of that position slowly. So when you start to come out of that position, just like you guys are doing, you're going to walk your feet in nice and slow. You're going to bring your trunk up nice and slow. Kind of take turns lifting one heel at a time so you're pedaling out your feet. So we're just being sensitive to how we're transitioning from one position to the next so we don't get lightheaded. And then as you feel stable, you can take a seat back in your chair. Great job, you guys. One of the best things about yoga is that you can it looks different for everybody, so it's pretty cool. You can sort of, do what works for your body. Some days you might be able to get to standing, some days you might not. So you just kind of listen to your body. It's a good time to check in with yourself. So once you come back to sitting, just kind of settle into your chair. This is a great time to grab some water, especially if you haven't had any water. I want to make sure we're staying hydrated, so have a drink. And then settle back into your chair. This is another really good sort of chest and shoulder stretch, good for posture. So you're going to kind of scoot your hips forward and then kind of recline back over your chair. So almost like you're using that chair back to kind of push that rounded part of your back a little bit straighter. Okay, you can let your arms be down at your sides. You're lifting your chin up and you're kind of getting a good stretch across the chest, the shoulders, the front of the neck. And just go as far as you feel comfortable. Lifting your chin up. Good, very nice, yogis. And then when you're ready, slowly come out of it and come into a comfortable, relaxed position in your chair. We'll take a cleansing breath. So just like we did at the beginning of the practice, I want you to get comfy in your chair. So let your hands relax on your lap. You can place one or both hands on your belly, whatever feels good for you. Take an inhale through the nose. A big exhale through the mouth. Let your eyes close if you're comfortable. Do that one more time, inhaling through the nose. Big, heavy sigh through the mouth. Settle in once again to stillness. Put a pause on the mind chatter. Let your body be still and at peace for a few moments. Right now, there is nothing else left for you to do but simply be present in your chair. Noticing your breath and then doing your best to release all thoughts. Allowing yourself to be present here and just taking a few moments of peace and stillness.